This episode of Man of Prestige, that's going to put you in a position of simping. I was on a live show yesterday where a gentleman was basically giving the wrong definition of simping. Now, I don't claim to know the actual definition. Everybody has their own definition somehow, some way. There's all kind of definitions out there. But really what it comes down to is sympathizing, right? And you're sympathizing with a person with the hopes that you get something back. Meaning there's a level of entitlement and expectations to it. Those two E's, once you remove it, and whatever action I take, you cannot call it simping if it doesn't have entitlement to some kind of expectations, right? So, and that's the whole point of number 5 and 4. Remove ultimatums. Don't expect anything back. Remove all your expectations to outcome. You want to suppress that. And now this is easier said than done. This is going to be very hard if you're not engaged in a purpose and life. All right, Men of Prestige, welcome back. So we're going to talk about the 5 rules of no contact X attraction strategy, right? So no contact rule is an X attraction strategy, right? If you're on this video, I'm going to guess that you already know what that is, but let me not assume, right? No contact rule is basically means you disconnect from all kind of contact with an X if what you're looking for is to attract them back. Now, if you didn't want to attract them back, we don't need to tell you no contact. There's a good chance that you're not contacting them already because you dumped that person, right? But if you got dumped, precisely you're the one that the no contact rule was created for. And the idea is that disconnect all contact with this person. And the idea is that is some kind of reverse psychology thing that will help you attract that person back. Now, there's a lot of problems with the no contact rule, right? And it's something that I can relate with. I've been in that position before where I wanted to get a person back and it worked, but there's some things that I'm going to share with you that made it work. Okay. And for the most part, it's not going to work. For the most, like most people that practice the no contact rule, where they get dumped by an ex or ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, it will not work. But if you follow the 5 rules that I'm about to give you, so it's an additional layer. The no contact is a rule by itself, but it's an additional layer of 5 rules that I want to give to you. If you follow this, then you will increase the chances that you can attract that person back. There is never a guarantee that you can attract the person back because you getting dumped maybe it has nothing to do with you, right? It may have nothing to do with you, and if it has nothing to do with you, then there's nothing you can do on your part outside of just chilling and that person going through whatever process, whatever they're going through, in order for them to even consider coming back to you. But if they decide to come back to you, the real question is that are they going to find a safe and secure place to come back to? Especially we're talking about a young lady. We're talking about a lady coming back to you. Women needs to feel safe and secure. You bring the structure, the safety, and the security, and they will never leave, right? We know that. That's precisely what masculine energy is, right? Now, that's if you're a typical man, right? In this typical society that we live in. But with that being said, I'm saying that if you follow those 5 rules I'm about to give to you, you will increase that chances that you attract that person back significantly. There is never a guarantee. If anybody is selling you a guarantee, it's a lie. There's too many moving variables, and just never know. So let's get started. Number 5, don't apply ultimatums. So a lot of time you will hear 30-day no contact rule. The fact that you had 30 days to that will make it less effective, because again, naturally as a human being, you start looking forward to that 30 days, and that's gonna backfire. It's gonna show your energy. We have incredible radar for bullshit. Okay, she does too, and she can tell if you're trying to manipulate. Precisely, you're manipulating, right? But if you do this one thing, right, number 5, you remove all ultimatums, then it's hard to predict that. And remember, we're looking for a place. We're looking to get you in a place where you're unpredictable, because that increases attraction, right? Because it is a scientific fact that women are more attracted to a man whose feelings are unclear. Okay, so number 4, don't wait for her. Kind of similar to remove all ultimatums, because again, the whole idea of putting a cap on time, on how long it should take, you remove that. Why? Because that's literally expectations, right? That's going to put you in a position of simping. I was on a live show yesterday where a gentleman was basically giving the wrong definition of simping. Now, I don't claim to know the actual definition. Everybody has their own definition somehow, some way. There's all kind of definitions out there. But really what it comes down to is sympathizing, right? And you're sympathizing with a person with the hopes that you get something back. Meaning there's a level of entitlement and expectations to it. Those two E's, once you remove it, and whatever action I take, you cannot call it simping if it doesn't have entitlement to some kind of expectations, right? So, and that's the whole point of number 5 and 4. Remove ultimatums. Don't expect anything back. Remove all your expectations to outcome. You want to suppress that. You want to suppress that. And now this is easier said than done. This is going to be very hard if you're not engaged in a purpose and your life mission. Okay. Number 3, she has to earn you back. All right. So no contact means indefinitely, infinite patience. If she has a chance, she has to earn you back because she disconnected from you. It was a unilateral decision, and it needs to be exactly that kind of decision again in order for it to stand if she comes back to you. If you make any move after 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, you will destroy the whole process. You have to start from scratch. All right. Let's go back to number 2 now. Down to number 2. Engage self-development. Like I said, you will fail at this because, again, the reason why you're watching this video is because you really want your ex back, right? But you will fail at attracting her back if you're not engaged in self-development, in your life purpose, in your life mission, right? You will fail at that. Okay, it starts with self-development because you have to find that, right? So it starts with self-development. So if you're not engaged in self-development, forget it. You're not going to be able to withstand it. You're going to be tempted to make that contact after 30 days because you read somebody else who said 30 days. Let me try after 30 days. Let me send this quick quick text message that will remind her of the good times. Don't do it. It won't work. It will come off as manipulation, and it will destroy the whole process for you all over again, and then that will eat you up spiritually as well. Number 1, I've been hinting about number 1. I've been hinting about number 1, but let me just go ahead and tell you right now. Number 1 is engage your life excuse me, engage your life mission and purpose. Okay, as a man, engage your life mission and purpose. Start doing research. Start building whatever you want to build for this world. The reason why you came to this world, something that's bigger than yourself. That means automatically it's bigger than the other person. All right, something that will engage your time, that will give you less time for bullshit. Start engaging that right now. This is something that will give you a hard on when you think about it. That's how purpose works, right? Something that when you sleep, you wake up on Monday morning, you can't wait to get back to work. Okay, something that turns you on more than that young lady. You need to. That's life. That's how real purpose feels. That's how your life mission will feel, and you need to engage that. If you don't know what we're talking about, you need to find it. All right, and that's gonna help you in terms of the no contact rule, because basically you have less time for bullshit. Something bullshit like somebody dumped you. That's bullshit, right? If they dumped you, there's a good chance that they don't belong there. If they belong there, they will come back to you. You will spoil the chances of them coming back to you if you're actively looking for ways to manipulate that process. Does that make sense? All right, men of prestige, I'll see you on the next one.